Hello friends, in this video we will discuss about the data structures in Python, but before that we will discuss some basic concepts. Like let us suppose I have declared this variable savings. Savings is equals to 1000 and let me run this and I have written x is equals to I have savings of Indian rupees, so this is my string, plus savings. Now I am giving this variable over here. I'm providing this variable savings here. So if I run this line, so this will throw an error. Now see, type of error we can only concatenate a string to a string, not integer. What is happening over here? If we see the type of savings, if I want to add new line after savings, so I'll click on this input line 9 and I will click on this plus icon. So I'll get new cell. So if I check the type of saving, if I run this, so this is integer. And when I wrote this, I have savings of Indian rupees. This is a string. So I'm adding this string with integer. That is why it is throwing an error. So what we can do? We can convert the savings, which is integer right now, to the string. So how to change a data type? Write str and savings. And it will be savings also, that 1000 rupees, it will be also converted into a string, and now we will get the output. So if I run this, let's check what x holds. So I have savings of Indian rupees equals to 1000. Now you can notice one thing, after INR I have given this equals to, but if I will not give this equals to and I remove the space as well, now what will happen? Let's check x. I have savings of Indian rupees 1000. There is no space, there is no separator or delimiter over here. Okay, but earlier when I use equals to, or instead of space also, instead of equals to, if I use space and if I run x, I will get space. Okay, but what I did over here, I changed the data type. But what if I don't want to change the type? We can use print function. Okay, we have already used this function, but let's see the another use of print function. Print, then I have savings of Indian rupees, comma, and then I've given savings as input. So savings is integer, and I'm adding this string data type with integer data type. Okay, so let's check. I have savings of Indian rupees 1000 rupees. Now if you notice, print function has by default provide space. Here we have received space. If you want something else instead of space, we can do like this. We can add within the print function, we will write separator. SEP is separator or delimiter, which will separate two data types. Separator is equals to, I have given this arrow sign. So if I run this, we can see this is the output. Okay. Now, one more concept of indexing. I want to print this. My name is Dr. Anuj and I am a trainer. So if I run this, it will print the same. But if I don't want my name and profession to be hard coded here, so I can write. So the concept is same like the mail merge. My name is in the flower brackets. My name is 1 and I am 0. Actually, let me make it 0 and 1 and again I'm giving my name as Dr. Anuj and trainer. So in Python, we use indexing as well. My name is zero. Whatever zero, zero means indexing. Dr. Anuj is zero. Indexing is zero. It is just like a sequence number, comma. After that, we have trainer. So the indexing of trainer is one. If I put something else over here, my city, let us suppose Delhi. So the index will be 3. So index 0, 1, 2, 3. In this way, the sequence number will increase. So indexing will be count from, it will start from 0. So in this way also I have written 0 over here. So whatever value I have in this 0 indexing, it will come here. And whatever value I have in index 1, it will come here. So if I run this, now see, my name is Dr. Anuj. Now Dr. Anuj index was 0 and I am a trainer. Trainer was index number 1. So it has taken like this as well. So we use this concept of indexing many times, and in future coding also we will use this indexing, and this is very important as well. Okay. Now, Python is very user friendly when it comes to variable assignment. In a single cell, I can assign 3 different variables as well, like p, comma q, comma r. Haha, then 54, and then we have true. So this haha, this is a string type. It will be assigned to p. Then this 54, which is integer, it will be assigned to q. And this true, which is boolean type, this will be assigned to r. Now let's check the values. Let me run this first as well. Now check the value of p. This is haha, q is 54, and r is true. Okay, so in a one single cell, one single line in a notebook, Jupyter notebook, we can assign multiple variables. Now we can do like this as well. A is equals to B is equals to Python. Okay, and if I run print A and B, so I'm getting this output Python 2 times, because the value of A is also Python and B is also Python. Now if I want to write multiple lines in one line, we can use semicolon. Let us suppose these are my multiple lines. It was like this. Okay, but I want to write all these variables, or I want to include all these 3 lines in a one line. What I'll do, I will separate them with the help of a semicolon. See, semicolon, run this, and let's check the value of D is 89 in the output. So in this way we can also assign variables or include multiple lines in a single line. Till here we are dealing with the core data types, but we have to deal with bunch of data as well. So we must know data structures, where we can save multiple values. Here if we can see, we are assigning only one value to a one variable. I'm assigned 89 to t. But what if I want to assign multiple values to this t? This is not possible with our standard variables. So we need to understand the data structure of Python. See, uh, every language has its own data structure. Okay, so Python is also having its data structure. Firstly, we will focus on list, tuple, and dictionary. And in an interview also, I have written over here as well. It is a frequently asked question that what is the difference between list and a tuple. So let's check. I have assigned these three values to one variable only, and that is t. Okay, and do remember this is case sensitive. This is a small t. T is equals to 23. T is equals to Dr. Anuj as well, and two different type of data type. Integer, we have integer, we have a string type, and we have boolean type as well. If I run this, and let's check what t holds. Now see, t holds this 23 as well, Dr. Anuj, and 2 as well. Okay, or we can use bracket as well, but please note down which bracket I'm using right now. Okay, so t is equals to 22, the same values we have within the bracket. Again, the work will be same. If I check the value of t, this is. Now let's check the type of t. So if I run this, now see, this is tuple. This is one of our data structure, that is tuple, and which can hold multiple values of different data types in one variable. Now I'll do something different. Instead of brackets, I will use square brackets. So I've taken another variable over here, L, and I've used square brackets, 22 Dr. Anuj and true. And if I run this and I check the type of L, now this is my list. Okay. So earlier, when we used these brackets, it was tuple, and when we use these square brackets, this is my list. Okay. So if you want to access any particular data element of a list and tuple, we will use indexing. Indexing, which we have discussed the beginning of this video. We will use indexing which starts from 0. So in this list, the index for this 22 is 0, for Dr. Anuj is 1, and for true is 2. Indexing. If I want to access this Dr. Anuj, okay, so what we will do, we will insert index 1, 0 for 22 and 1 for Anuj. Okay, so just a minute, let me add one new cell. If I write L, and in square bracket I write 1, and if I run this, now see what I get, Dr. Anuj, because I have provided index number here in a square bracket. So whenever we have to access any particular data element from a data structure, we will use square bracket, and we will write this thing. So if I do like this, in list index 0, the value was 22. The value is 22. But if I want to change this, I can do list index number 0, update it to 34. Okay, and let's check what L holds. Now see, now it is updated to 34. Okay, now let's suppose I want to update my age at both list and tuple. So in list we have updated already, but if I do the same with tuple, what will happen? It will throw an error. It means we can do modification in list, we can add, we can update, or we can delete in list, but we cannot do it in the tuple. Tuple is immutable, it cannot be changed. Okay, so the differences are list and tuple both are sequence of data. In list, we surrounded the sequence of data by square brackets, and in tuple by this parenthesis. Okay, now In list, we can update the data element, but in tuple, it is immutable. And let's check few more differences. If I write dir and within the bracket, if I give t, my tuple, this is the output. Okay, so here you can see, finally we'll see only two methods over here. But if I check list, now see how many methods we have, how many operations we can do on data sets. Okay, so but still we use tuple. Why? Because tuple occupy very less size as compared to list. That is why it takes lesser time for the program. Okay, so we use tuple to make your program faster. The processing speed is much faster in when we use tuple. Okay, let us suppose we have two lists like this: 12, 34 plus 45 and 78. So we can add them like this with this add symbol. If I run this, so it will become only one list: 12, 34, 45 and 75. Now, suppose I have sales data quarter wise of two people. This is quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four, and we have two people, two salesmen, Anuj and Amar, and their sales data in 2023. So in quarter one, Anuj has done sales of 55 units, 51 units. Amar has done sales of 40 units. Then we have 45 in quarter two, then 65. And I want to add total sum of quarter one for both. Now, if I want to add this 51 and this 45, 40. Okay. So the thing is, I want to add column wise. But if I add two lists like this, Anush 2023 and Amar 2023. Okay, just a minute, let me run this cell as well. And now if I do this, see, it has combined, it has concatenated two lists. Okay, and it has created only one list as output. But I want only addition of this 51 and 40. It is not adding, it is just stacking. Or for example, if I want to calculate BMI, body mass index, the formula is BMI is equals to weight divided by height square. So if I have given height of 3% and weight as well, and if I calculate this in this way, again I am getting the error. So how to solve this? This is not possible with list and tuple. So here we can introduce a new data structure, that is array. So array allow us to perform these sort of operations. Okay, but it is not available with base Python. We need a module, and that module is NumPy. So how to import a module like this? Okay, I've written over here as well. We need a module. So this is our module NumPy. So run this line. I have imported NumPy. Now I can use all the functionalities provided in this module. So height underscore a NumPy dot array. I'm calling array through NumPy module. Okay. Height underscore a. This is variable name. You can assign any variable name. I've already assigned height. That is why I've written height underscore a and weight underscore a. Height underscore a is equals to, from this module NumPy, I'm using array and providing this values of height. The value of height, now see, These are the values of height: 180, 185, 178, and the values of weight are 95, 90, 85. So from this height and this weight, I am assigning these values in height underscore A and weight underscore A. And finally, I am calculating the BMI with the formula. If I run this, a minute, I have to import NumPy as well. BMI. This is array, and the values are 0.0029 for person 1, 0.0026 for person 2, and 0.00268 for person 3. So it has calculated BMI for three different person. Person A with weight 180, 95, calculated with the help of this BMI formula. Then for person 2, 185, 90, again with the help of this formula. So finally, as an output, we have received this array. Okay, so and how we called array? We called array with the help of numpy. So numpy dot array, because array resides in this numpy module. Okay, now another way to import numpy or to use array, we can write the code like this as well. Import numpy as np. Okay, I'm creating an object of numpy, that is np. So anywhere now I'll type np. It is having all the qualities, characteristics, and functions of numpy. So what I'm doing, Anuj 2020 underscore a np dot array. Now I'm not writing numpy, I'm writing np. Np is a mirror image of numpy, each and everything we have in npy. In np. So np dot array, these values, and amar, these values. Okay, let me run this line first, then this line. And now if I check the output, now the array is 91, 51 plus 40, 91, 45 plus 65, 110, 63, 40, 103, and 55, 63 is 118. So with the help of array, we can now add data values in this way as well, which was not possible with our standard, our list and tuple. Okay. Now, we'll discuss all this thing later. Now let us understand 2D arrays. So from an I'm creating this 2D array. 2D array is just like a matrix. Okay. So np dot array, and in single bracket I have given 1, 2, 3, 4 for row 1. In another bracket it is for row 2, 8, 6, 9, 3, and I have closed the main bracket as well. And finally the array function. So if I run this, and so this is the output. We have array 1, 2, 3, 4. This is row 1. This is row 2. Do remember one thing. In array, we cannot mix the data type like list. Okay. And if you want to check the dimension of the array, so you can use this function dot shape. Now, if you want to see all the functions we have for this variable, this array, what you will do, once you will write dot, after that hit the tab button. It will show you all the functions. So I want to see the shape. This is my two-dimensional array. So I want to see the shape. If I run this, shape is 2 and 4. Now what is this 2 and 4? 2 is my number of rows and 4 is my number of columns. So if I see only I have 2 rows. This is row number 1 and this is row number 2. Okay, and 4 columns. This is column number 1. 1 and 8. 2 and 6 is column number 2, column number 3, column number 4. Okay. Now, let us suppose I have two lists, countries and population. So this is my country. I've created this list where country is A, B and C, and this is the population. Another list with population in lakhs, 100, 200, 300. Okay, and it is a very big data and I'm using indexing for it if I want to know the population of any country. So firstly, what I will do, I will get the index of B. Okay, the index of B is, index number is 0 and then 1. 0 and for B it is 1. So I will get this 1 and then I will put that 1 in this population, then only I'll get this 200. So this is a long process. Okay, so if I want to have an index number of country B, I will code like this, countries dot index B. If I run this, okay, let me run this code first, then yes. Now the index of country B is 1. Now this one I'm giving as input in population, and in this population we have index number 1 is, this is 0, this is 1, 200. So if I run this, I will get the population of country B. But this is a long process and we have to check each and everything here. But this is unconventional. That is why we use uh, with a new data structure called dictionaries. So this is my dictionary I'm going to start. And in dictionary, we have a key and the associated values. So this is the key and this is the associated value. So this is world. This is my dictionary. This is my variable or sorry, data structure dictionary. A is associated with 100. B is again a key and the associated value is 200. C is again a key and the associated value is 300. So if I run this and let's check what B holds, 200. So now it is very easier to get the associated value by providing the key only. Okay, but it is character, so it should be in double quotes. Do remember this thing, otherwise it will throw an error. Okay, now here I cannot change A, B or C. These are immutable. We can add new keys or we can change the values in the keys, but we cannot change the keys. These are immutable. Okay, so as we all know, if I want to check only what world is having, and if I run this, see A is 100, B 200, C 300. But if I did like this, again I have introduced A with value 900. A is 100, and again I have introduced the value A is equals to 900. Now what will happen? A will be updated with value 900. Now see the output is 900. In the same way, if you want to update any particular key and keys value, so B is equals to 200 over here and I want to update it to 700. So you will write this B inside the world and 700. We are not using indexing over here. I'm just writing the name of the country and the updated value. If I run this, and now the world is having A, B and C with 700 is the population of country B. Now I'm adding a new country D as well. So the name will remain same, world D 1100. Run this. Let's check the world. Now this is having A 900, B 700, C 300 and D 1100. So these are the four data structures: list, tuple, arrays, two-dimensional array, and dictionary. We have discussed these things. Now, in the next video, we will discuss conditional statements. So, till then, keep practicing.